the power of beginnings and the power of connecting to yourself. Eila told us Noach. Eila told us Noach is the fruits of your hard work and your fruits of your work, your inner work, because all work that we do, all the work that we do and that we've done since you're in first grade, since you're in pre-1A, forget about school, just age-wise, from the beginning of time when you were in your mother's womb and your neshama was brought down into this world in a very deep way. Your name and who you are is not your body. It's not just your body, let me say better. It's not just your body, it's your soul as well. We know we are a composite of neshama and body. And your essence of who you are and the essence of who you want to become. As they say, that's what tshuva is. People think tshuva is like something frum. It's not a frum thing, tshuva. Tshuva is to begin anew. It's to discover who you truly are. It's to go back to who you really are as a child, not as a child in a negative way, right? The psychology, especially now, is very popular about the inner child. It's not stam that everyone's into the inner child. I got to get in touch with the inner child. That's tshuva. It's getting in touch with Eila told us Noach. You discover yourself. We're here, all of us, in a teva. All of us are spending this year, Baruch Hashem. Baruch Hashem, you're spending this year. You're spending this year on one mission, basically. Everybody has different missions, but we're all here for one mission. Almost like we're here on this planet for one mission. We're all here on this planet for one mission. It's hard to look at your lifetime in a span of like however many years, but sometimes it's easier to focus and say, we are all here on one mission. And that mission is to become more of ourselves, to be fuller of who I am, in essence, naturally. As a child, what is a child? One of the beautiful things of a child is child cries when he wants to cry. He needs his needs when he wants to have his needs. His thought process and his analytical part to him, or his excuses or his insecurities don't appear to be who you are. They don't become who that person is until what happens is you become a teenager, you learn how to deal with stress, you learn how to deal with lack of whatever you're lacking, you learn how to deal with your parents, you learn how to deal with your siblings, you learn how to deal with everybody. The crazy thing about Noach was that Noach was, I'm sure you all have that same picture of Noach as just hanging out alone by himself, building an ark for a long time while the whole world is up in flames and everybody is going crazy. And this everyone knows what the word Noach means. Noach means relaxed. He's comfort. He's true. There's a serenity. And what's he doing? He's building and building and building and building. And what does he get at the end? He gets himself. He gets Noach. People are running and running and running and running and running and running. What's that story? Someone can chat GBT it. It's incredible. Someone ChatGPT, like the guy by the, you know what, I'll say the story, but we once did this. I don't know how to get it. The guy who went to the lake he was this really financially wealthy guy, and he goes to this resort, and yes, you're typing in, see, thank you. He goes to this resort, and he goes to this dock. Yes, you got it? Does it look good? Thank you, Tzvi. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, here it is. Thank you. Wow, okay, it's a little long. We'll see how, this is great. Ready, guys? It's worth it. Here we go. There was once a man, a billionaire, known for his glass towers, fast cars, and cold heart. Okay, I don't know. He owned everything a man could buy. Here it is. Welcome to 2025, everybody. He owned everything a man could buy except peace. Noach. He didn't have that. Everything else. Walt. What's it in America? Walt? Uber Eats. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Uber Eats. Sushi. Okay, sushi's for, right. Sushi. Right? Central Avenue. What, we have to talk? We got chosen. Okay, that's already holy. That's already holy. Yeah, exactly. Right? Every night he sat in his penthouse staring out at the city lights. Okay, I like this. One weekend he decided to drive out of the city. No assistance, no private jet, just him and his old car. After hours of driving, he found himself at a quiet lake surrounded by pines. The water shimmered like liquid silver. I like this. Thank you, ChatGPT. He sat down at the shore, loosened his tie. Right? See, I don't know. You guys, many of you don't know. I used to wear a tie, right? See, so this. There were no phones ringing, no deals being made, right? Everyone's like, whoa, but I want to be that guy. Just wind and water. For the first time in years. Right? When we didn't plan this out, you guys saw this happen, right? On the spot. For the first time in years, he heard his own heartbeat. People go to breathing specialists to learn how to breathe. That's gorgeous. Morty Weeder, there we go. Right, breathe. You go to a breathe, you have to learn how to breathe. That's the new thing. Learn how to breathe, right, Morty? We were in Sushi Tokyo. We can't breathe in Sushi Tokyo. Sushi Tokyo is great sushi, trust me. Mexican roll. I love the Mexican roll. I'm holding, of course. Holding. That's like an insult. Yeah. An old fisherman, here we go, guys. An old fisherman rode by humming a song. Beautiful morning, isn't it? The man, I hope this is the right one, but I like this either way. Beautiful morning, isn't it? The man said. He nodded. Do you come here often? Every day, the fisherman replied. Been fishing here since I was a little boy. Don't catch much, but it's enough. Enough? You mean you don't want more? More what? I already have everything I need. The lake, my boat, my peace. That night, the old man's word echoed in his head. Enough? He thought of all the things he owned and how one of them never, ever felt like enough. When dawn came, he walked into the lake. The water was cold, clean, and clear. For once, he didn't feel like the richest man in the world. He didn't care. He stayed there until sunrise. Maybe I've been rich in all the wrong ways. When he returned to the city, he didn't sell his empire or give up his wealth, but he started to use it differently. Okay, whatever happened to the end. You got it. Thank you, Tzvi. What a story, right? Incredible. Eila told us Noach. What are we looking for? Usually the thing that you can't see, as I've said this many times, there's only one person who you can't see. Who's that? Yourself. Everybody else could see you, except for yourself. The purpose of life is not to figure out God and to believe in yourself. It's to believe in God and try and understand yourself. The mission of life, the mission of being in yeshiva, your mission, which begins or began already as you landed here and you're here. Your mission is not about, what the mistake is that people think it's about what I'm not doing. Don't do this, don't do that. It's like Shabbos. We're getting ready for Shabbos already. People think Shabbos is about what I'm not doing. Shabbos is not what I'm not doing. Shabbos, and that's why people struggle with Shabbos. The people, and I say this 9 out of 10, and there's zero judgment. I'm checking in my heart to make sure Simcha Rabbah's here, so I could check a part of me that maybe, I'm not sure, but I'm saying, I don't think there's any judgment here. I don't think there's judgment here. People, I'm willing to do a statistic. I don't think we're going to do it, but I'm willing to really say it. You know what? Ask yourself this question. If you struggle, as someone asked me, if you struggle, I'll say it and then I'll remind me to say if you struggle with Shabbos, okay? Someone sent me a message. I'll read the message. He'll probably hear it because he listens to this shiur. I think he listens to this shiur. We'll see if he sends me a message. Listen to what he said. Ready, guys? Listen to this. This is a close friend of mine from many years back. Hi, Rabbi. I've been thinking. I figured it might be the right question to ask you. I would like to work on loving... Guys, you ready for this? And then remind me of the Shabbos. I would like to work on loving myself more. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. Who wouldn't want to love themselves more? Do you have any suggestions how I can do that? This is what he sent me. This is yesterday. Meaning, how can I genuinely love myself more? I write back, hi, so good to hear from you. Yes. What did I ask him back? Here we go. Now, what did I ask him? Sorry. That's like the classic. That's the whatever. Yeah, that's no Mike Monday. We'll talk about that one. Do you have someone, what did I ask him? Do you have someone who loves you? And then he writes back, I got to think about that one. Thought about it. I have many people. I won't say whatever. Anyway, he gets into a whole thing. Why did I say that to him? He wants to know how I love myself more. I want to know how I love myself more. I want to know how I could be true to myself more. Eila told us Noach, Shabbos. Those who struggle with Shabbos, this is not musar. I'm not giving you musar to say if you struggle with Shabbos. Guaranteed, those who struggle with putting their phones away, those who struggle with vaping, as I've said many times, you don't struggle with Shabbos because you couldn't not be on your phone on Tuesday either. You couldn't stop vaping on Tuesday either. You couldn't sit with yourself by the lake and have peace of mind if it was a regular Wednesday, Thursday without a drink. You couldn't get in touch. Now, that's not a negative. There's nothing negative about what I'm saying. You know why? Because I have trouble sitting with myself as well. It's not a negative. It's something that we want to learn to do. And the world that we live in, how could it be? And it's hard to talk about the hostages. Baruch Hashem. Watch the videos. Baruch Hashem, the hostages. Baruch Hashem, it's bittersweet. Baruch Hashem, yes. Baruch Hashem. What? Oh, we should be Zocha. Bar has been here for a long time already, Morty. Right? Bar has been here for a long time. Yes. But I want to tell you something. If you're going to watch a video, if you're going to watch something, watch testimonies from the hostages. Watch them talk about the fact that they found them. I mean, it's the Hashem Yerachem, that they found Hashem, they found themselves in the darkest Gehenna possible, in the darkest of the dark. How could that be? How could I find Hashem? How could I find Hashem? How could I find myself when I have nothing? How can I find myself when I don't have food? How can I find myself when I don't have a bed? How can I find myself when I don't have a phone? How can I find myself when I can't vape? How can I find myself without pornography? How can I find myself without smoking? How can I go to sleep? I haven't signed. How could it be? Maybe that's why you haven't found yourself. Maybe you haven't given yourself a chance to find yourself. Maybe that's how you find yourself. Maybe the exact thing that I'm afraid to give up. Maybe the exact thing that I'm afraid to let go of is the answer to my freedom to be me. Maybe I'm beautiful without all of these things. Maybe I have peace within me. Maybe I have peace within me. Why could it be that everybody here could sit at the ocean and all of us could sit together and everyone can sit and just go, this is so beautiful. You have to teach that for somebody to do that? You have to teach somebody to put their arm around someone and to listen to music and say, I feel good about myself? No, you know why you don't have to teach anybody that? Because it's within yourself, because you have it. Maybe someone stole it from us. Maybe it's been stolen. You ever hear that? What's that word called? Someone's stealing of innocence? Is that how they call it? Tzvi, ChatGPT us, please.
Is the Rav going to get back to why the Rav said does somebody love you?
I'm sorry?
The Rav said that the answer the Rav said was does somebody love you?
Yes.
Did the Rav explain that?
Yes, I'll explain. Sorry if I did not explain it. The answer to that is because there's a song. You guys could chat GBT this also, because you're looking for love in all the wrong places. Looking for love. Sorry, that's the song. That's from my day. You're looking for love in all the wrong places. You're looking for your answers in the wrong place. This guy is looking to love himself, but he maybe has trouble because he never received the love and doesn't have someone to love him, to be there for him. People are all big into like, I got to learn to love myself. No, you don't have to learn to love yourself. You might need what? Great.
Don't be hard on yourself that you don't love yourself. Maybe
it's not even be hard on yourself. It's not It's not possible. It's not possible for you to find love where you think you're looking for love. I want to love myself. You know what that means? That means I want to love myself. I want to figure it out myself. That's not the recipe. The recipe is, are you looking in the right place for what you need? Am I looking for, everybody here wants peace. Everybody here is looking for their Noach, their Noch, themselves. Where am I going to find? So David, you're asking a good kasha. Am I explaining it? So this person is asking me, I want to learn to love myself. The answer is you need to hit the proper things to get the love that you need. That's a specific area of love. That's an example of love. I'm talking about finding you. That's what David Winter. Yeah, where am I? So what you want to ask yourself, guys, is where am I looking for my peace? Where do I find? Someone once told me in yeshiva, he says, you know when I figured out why I smoke every night? You know when I figured it out? I said, when? Yeah, exactly. Say it.
When he stopped smoking.
I said, why? I asked him why. He says, because then I realized every time, whatever it was, what I was looking for and what I didn't find. What I didn't find. Until you're able, that's why people think, it's about not doing this. It's about not being on your phone. It's not about not being on your phone. It's about being with you. It's about connecting to yourself. It's It's about connecting to your roommate. It's about coming to a beis medrash and having a conversation with somebody, having a conversation with yourself. How many people have the ability to actually have a conversation with themselves? That's not a negative, critical conversation. As we know, most of our thoughts are just repetitive thoughts, just like your mom, just like your dad, just like your brother, just like your sister, just like your grandfather, just like your uncle. You know what they're going to say. You could say it before they said it. You could say it before you said it to yourself also. It's the same exact, the wheel is spinning, but the hamster is dead. What does that mean? It's a cute line. You know what it means? It means is that did I get a chance to be Noach? Noach ish tzaddik. I have the news telling me what I'm supposed to look like, what I'm supposed to think about, who I'm supposed to vote for, what's right, what's wrong. I have social pressure. I have my mom's voice, my dad's voice, the culture. And if you failed in school and you had teachers who constantly were picking on you or getting you out of the class, and you have AAEIC, above average, energy, imagination, and creativity. Some people call that ADHD. That's what I heard. AAEIC, above average, energy, imagination, and creativity. And I want to tell everybody something. There is nothing called too sensitive. There is nothing called too sensitive. That is a lie. It's a paradox. You can't be too sensitive. It's impossible to be too sensitive. You are who you are. And if you get hurt and you got hurt, then you're just being you, being sensitive. Yes. People say you're too sensitive. Maybe when you grew up, someone told you you're too sensitive. That's a lie. That's like saying you're being too much you. What does that mean, I'm too sensitive? Someone hurt me, so I'm hurt. When you say too sensitive, okay, it's not a long conversation for now, that's the ultimate gaslighting of your essence, of your sensitivity, of who you are. No, it's not true. There is no too sensitive. There is no too sensitive. It's not possible to be too sensitive.
I think I'm too sensitive.
Okay. Tzvi, you're not sensitive enough. How's that? Whoa. No, I didn't mean that. See, the other way.
I think I'm extremely sensitive.
What?
I think I'm extremely sensitive.
You're beautifully sensitive.
What if we translate it differently? What if
Yes.
a person says that I'm so sensitive that it makes my life unmanageable?
Right. So okay. Now we're getting into a no Mike Monday conversation. No, but I don't want to get into it so much like that. But I'll say a little bit. I don't want it to be so much conversation. We don't have the time, and it's not the forum. I really just want to end off with one thing. I'm not avoiding, because I could go another 4 hours like this. So especially talking about sensitivity, which, you know what, maybe our next thing. I just want to say it like this. When you say I have trouble getting out of bed and my son's sensitivity is unmanageable, I don't believe my sensitivity is making my life unmanageable. I don't believe that those two are tied in. I don't believe that those two are tied in. Which means, yes, I might have trouble getting out of bed. As I made up the line myself, Baruch Hashem, many years ago, it's harder to get out of your head than to get out of bed. So don't tell me it's about sensitivity. It's not about sensitivity. Keep your sensitivity. Be sensitive. Keep your sensitivity. Be sensitive. Let me ask everyone here a question. Everyone knows Tzvi Kovel. Tzvi Kovel is a tzaddik. You know what? If you're too sensitive, I want to be more sensitive. And I want to be too sensitive. And everybody else is not sensitive enough.
What does being sensitive help you?
It's not about it's you.
Yeah, but
it's you.
If you're just constantly being triggered or you're constantly feeling hurt by
love it.
Why is it so good?
Love it. It's good because, ready? Beautiful, Moshe. It's good because it's you. And you are good. I don't mean that in a fluffy way. Because Hashem made you like that. Hashem made you, you. Eila told us Noach, Noach. Hashem made you. Eila told us Tzvi, Tzvi. Our biggest problem, and I'm saying that as the biggest problem. That's a pretty bold statement for me to say. So I'll say one of our biggest problems. One of our biggest problems is we run away from being me. And I'm too sensitive. And I'm too angry. And I'm too lazy. And I'm too this and I'm too that. How about I'm being me? I'm being me. And maybe I need to learn to accept me and to love me and to be with me and to build me, not to change me.
Rabbi, don't you want to heal from those things, not just live with it?
Maybe I have to heal from the person who told me that I'm too sensitive. Maybe that's what I have to. Here, Reb Simcha Rabba, sorry.
It's so hard to
Quick one. Good. Trauma. He might be able to tell you what a big yesod. Moshe, I'm answering you. Hang with me. David, I'm answering. Listen. Process what I'm saying, and you'll hear it. I know. You're thinking. You're thinking like a Gemara. Let it process for a second. 1 second. No, in a good way. Yeah. Don't think Gemara. Let it go in like this. Oh gosh, I just forgot what I was going to say. Trauma. Thank you. I knew it was a big one. Trauma is not what happened to you. People mistake that. Simcha Rabba could say it. Trauma is not what happened to you. Someone went ahead and took a baseball bat, and it doesn't have to be a baseball bat. Make ish es re'ehu is talking about what? Lashon hara. So someone took a baseball bat and whacked you over the head. Someone went ahead, your brother, your sister, your mother, your uncle, your Rebbe, your teacher, came over and whacked you over the head with words of saying, you're too sensitive. Come on, grow up, be a man. Constantly. You were traumatized. The trauma is not what they did to you. The trauma is you disconnected from yourself when that happened. And there's a part of you that disassociated with yourself, and that is traumatic. That is what's traumatic. It's not what you did. It's not what was done to you. It's the fact that you left yourself. Eila told us Noach, the one who survived on this planet. As the Arizal says, it's going to be a dar hamabul before Mashiach comes. The Arizal says it's going to be a dar hamabul before Mashiach comes. How can we relate to that? Who is going to be the Noach who's going to survive? The one who's going to survive is the one who's going to be true to himself. The person who's going to be able to connect to himself and to separate himself from all the voices in his head and all the demons. I didn't even get to the Rashi, which maybe we'll talk about tomorrow. All the demons in your head, all the pain, maybe first grade, second grade, maybe the way you grew up, maybe all the trauma that you went through was a way and a pushing away from just loving who you are and being accepting of who you are and not second guessing who you are and realizing that you're perfect just the way you are. Now that doesn't mean that you don't have to work on yourself. Yeah. Yes. Right. So why do we love? Why are you singing that song? Why is that a popular song? Why do people love that? Right. Because you're amazing. Why is it?
Just the way you are.
Right. Just the way you are. Right. Why is that so beautiful? You know why? Should I tell you why? Should I tell you? Oh, Shalom's doing it. Go, Shalom. Yeah. Go, Shalom. Why? Well, why? Well, why? I'll tell you, why does everyone love Shalom? Why do I love Shalom? Why do we all love Shalom? Should I tell you why? I'll tell you one of the reasons why Shalom. Yeah, should I tell you why? What? Because he's just being, it's even, yes, Tzvi? Yes, Tzvi? Right. But should I tell you one of the reasons why shalom is lovable is because, who said that? He's just trying to be shalom. He's trying to be shalom. He's doing shalom. He's doing shalom. And I want to say it's ironic because his name is Shalom, which is peace. And I want to say something. I didn't mean to make this a Shalom Dover conversation right now, but it's a good time to do it. It doesn't come easy to just say, oh, I'm just going to be true to myself. No, it takes being true to yourself. It takes saying, you know what? I'm going to listen to that voice. Listen to this, everybody. Eila told us, Noach, the whole entire world is burning up in flames, and he's sitting there building a boat. You don't think he questioned himself? And know what the answer is, I think? You know what I think the answer is? The answer is Noach. The answer is, take it slow, chill. Take it slow. Don't get so like fired up by what everybody else is doing. Don't follow the crowd when the crowd is lost. Don't follow the crowd when the crowd is lost. And we didn't even get to Avram Avinu yet. This is Noach. We didn't get to Avram. And I'll tell you why, and it's a shot that I say many times. Because you can't get to Avram. Avraham is power. Avraham is Makar of the whole entire universe. We're still singing Avraham. But you can't get to that until you're Noach. You have to start off Noach. You have to start, that is delicious. Thank you, Aryeh. You're delicious, Aryeh. Aryeh Sova is delicious. Is that delicious? We're going to do it. Yeah, get the Shmir Salashin. I want to end off with this because it's very, very important. People get worried about am I pushing myself too hard? Am I pushing myself too little? I gotta be careful what I'm doing, which there is a truth to talking things over with people and making sure that you're doing not too much, too little, whatever it might be. But that comes after. That's Avraham Avinu, how much you're doing. It begins with Noach. Does it feel right? Does it feel right? Is this you? Is this you? Or is this not you? And someone might say, oh, well, I don't even know who I am. Great, maybe that's who you are. Maybe that's who you are. Maybe you're someone who doesn't really know who he is yet. Maybe that's who I am. Okay, let's do Shmir Salashin. Yes, good question. To be continued. Okay, Shmir Salashin, who's doing it? Tzvi?
One must be very cautious not to fall into the trap of Lashon Hara when comparing people or groups. Even though your intention might be to compliment someone, if something negative is implied about someone else, it is forbidden.
Beautiful. Have an amazing first day of the rest of your life, everybody.